What's going on, everyone? It is Thursday, March 20th. I am Carter. I am here with our guy Dion. We are once again back at it, handling the daily episode for Sleepers Media. Greg is still taking his time as he prepares to be a father of two. Wanted to give him a little bit of time to go spend time with family. He doesn't need to be worrying about this silly old NCAA tournament or anything like that. And as the great Nick Saban said in that one interview, I'm not going to tell you when he's coming back, so quit asking me, okay? He can come back when he comes back. That's the beauty of Sleeper's paternity program. As the head of HR, it's fluid. Okay, he said he needs some time. I'm giving him some time. If Dion somehow fornicates and has a baby, he can also have time. That's kind of part of the program. Dion, how we doing today?
Sounds like I need to have a kid. I didn't realize how much time everybody gets. No, I'm doing great. Honestly, I love being the paternity leave guy. I joked about it yesterday. I love just filling in during paternity leaves. It's special. Special.
Honestly, when you think about it, just should be a position like you know how there's contract workers, like people just like they just go around do like little contract jobs here and there. I think you need to just label yourself as the paternity guy fill in. And I'm talking about in any job field. Like if anyone's taking paternity leave, they just bring Dion in and you just handle business.
I just signed a series of 10-day contracts with a million different companies.
Crazy benefits. I don't even know what would happen with that, but we're back with another daily episode. We're gonna keep these going, obviously. The show must go on. Who sings that? Is that Lupe Fiasco?
Yes, Lupe.
Is he
Before
alive?
you, did he go crazy? He's not one of, he's like normal, right?
No, I think that was Kid Cudi.
Yeah, that definitely was Kid Cudi.
I think it was Kid Cudi. I don't know. There's a lot going on with rappers right now. Like we got like Playboy Cardi and Kanye West like going at it on Twitter. Did you listen to that new Playboy Cardi album, by the way? Like I haven't tapped in with Playboy Cardi since like the days when he had that album where he was like diving into the crowd or like the Magnolia or anything like that. So have we tapped into the Playboy Cardi? Are we past that?
So this is where I'm at with Playboy Cardi, and I don't want to age myself. I'm too old for Playboy Cardi.
Is that what it is?
If it makes the youngins happy, though, I'm happy for them. Like I really hope they're enjoying it. I listened to about 30 seconds. He just screams a lot.
Mm, okay, that makes sense. Look, I don't know if I can tap in with that. Maybe I'll tap into it in the gym or something like that. There's some like young music, and I say young now, but like it truly is young, I feel like that I can only listen to so much of. Like when I'm in the gym, I'll throw on some NBA Youngboy because NBA Youngboy is hard to me, even though I am old. Like he's got some hard stuff,
Oh
but at
yeah.
the same time, there's such thing as too much NBA Youngboy. Like if I go on like an hour and a half of straight Youngboy, I start feeling slower than I already am. So like I gotta protect my mental. And like I'll do a Sudoku puzzle after I listen too much NBA Youngboy, just get me back on equilibrium, even keel.
I don't buy that you do a Sudoku
Yeah,
puzzle.
I don't. I don't. But if I did, it would get me back even keel. But let's not banter any longer. Dion, do you have a YouTube comment of the day?
I do. It's from Cole James 423. Sleepers Media needs to purchase Discount Carter and Mike. It's hard to listen to. Are we doing this again? I thought we did that last paternity leave. Like, if this is a bit where every paternity leave I need a new mic, I'm down for it. But if he's serious, I mean, shoot some links. I'll get a new mic again. But I thought we handled that last paternity leave.
Also, what mic do you have?
It has colors on it.
Yeah, you sound good too.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Like I said, I thought we solved this issue last paternity leave. If he's saying we didn't, I'm open to criticism. But at least provide some links, dog.
Yeah, honestly, the one thing we ask if you are going to provide criticism, please provide links. Okay,
Yeah.
so you know what I'm saying? We can expend stuff. We can, if it's stuff that's going to make the product better, we can make it happen. We'll consider it. We also will throw it back in your face if we don't feel the need for it. So, what's that dude's name? Cole James?
Cole James 423.
Yeah, eat shit. Okay. Over to the Discord. Shout out to the Discord. Everyone join the Discord for $9.99 a month on your desktop. Link is in the description of our Twitter. One of the best ways to support us. And also, while doing so, you can be a part of a great community. A lot of stuff going on in there. Got some March games going on that Dion's handling that are really fun. We got team channels, live discussion. There was some lively chatter in there last night after the first four playing games. Big Riley was puffing out his chest finally after beating the fifth place team in the Mountain West. picking up a nice quad two victory. Shout out to the Tar Heels. But yeah, join the Discord. It's a great place to be. And if you want to know if you should join the Discord or not, let me give you one massive reason right here. Greg's biggest op joined the Discord today. Dougie Tutter is now a part of the Discord in an attempt to get blocked on another medium outside of the ones that he's already blocked on. Shout out to Dougie Tutter, a generational troll doing it the right way. It's fun for everybody. Glad to have you here. Join the Discord, and you get your comments right every single day if you join the Discord. So
The
let's
the
what go
meme
ahead.
that he posted when he joined, by the way, that's my all-time favorite meme.
That's
That's
a
my favorite
It's
meme.
it is a great meme. Let's go with do we do War Chant yesterday? Where I said that. Okay, let's go with this one. This is from Fam ILLY. My favorite thing about March is how quickly people will jump all over teams struggling or teams playing extremely well going into the big dance. I feel like countless times we have seen a team rolling into March get upset early. I seem to recall a Purdue team limping into the tournament the weeks leading up, and I picked them to lose first round. Then Carson Edwards happened. Why can't KJ or Braden Smith go on a run like that now? At the end of the day, they don't call it March reasonableness. I mean, that's a fair comment. I think there's always a chance that certain players can have special runs in March. And honestly, just personally speaking, I have a lot of trouble sometimes, like two sides tugging me, like, okay, this team in the non-conference is like really good or something like that. And then in the conference season, they're not as good. They're limping into the tournament. There definitely is a factor of that going on. But I don't know where are you at on that, Dion, as far as teams like limping in or teams getting hot or where you at with that?
Well, what's like the definition of going on a run? Like, are we talking like second weekend or like are we talking like Final Four?
It's agenda based. It's agenda based and it's team based. Like honestly, you could ask some team what going on a run is, and they'll say, "Damn it, we made a Sweet 16." Other teams are like Final Four. It could be different.
I feel like I mean, I don't think it's crazy to say that KJ or Braden go on a run. I think it's a little, I'll be honest, I think it's a little crazier for Braden just based off the bracket that he's in. But KJ has a very favorable draw. If he gets past Tennessee, I think it'll be Illinois versus Tennessee to make the Elite Eight. I'd consider that going on a run.
Yeah, I think so. And look, if you have a star player, there's always a world where you go on a run. I don't think you can ever kind of put that away. Purdue Fox. Carter mentioned something that would be hella better. Big Ten tournament should kick off the season instead of ending it, or pre-Christmas to kick off big play, but get extended rest even after losing you play consolation. See, I rather just have it like it is. I just want it to mean something. That's it. Like it's on the committee.
So that wasn't your idea?
That I never came with that idea.
Okay, that comment confuses me then because I like it sounds like that was just your idea. Like we should do this instead.
I mean, I'll take credit. I mean, I'm always one to take credit for stuff that I don't deserve credit for. So I will. If people think that's a good idea, I'll take credit for it. If they think it's a shitty idea, I didn't say that.
Mhm.
Um, UConn 99. A public shout out to Dion and others who put together the March Madness games. The player draft was the most fun I've had doing something that I am fairly clueless about. I agree. Shout out to you, Dion. You did a great job with that, made that happen with a collective group of dickheads that make up our Discord channel. And I'm talking to you, Coleman's Burner. You're a menace. You're not involved in any more games because you can't take it serious enough.
I rock with CV. That's what I got. Shout out Sonderman and Fletch too for all the help, especially Sonderman. That dude's a wizard with Excel and Google Sheets, by the way. Like he was just doing stuff, and then it would just be done. It was special.
Shout out to those guys. Shout out to the Discord community. War Chant, please rate Indiana's new hire. I think it's a B minus C plus, but I hear he's a great guy though. Not sure the good guy stuff is good for them. Does Chester Frazier get a legitimate chance at the West Virginia job? If not, does he follow to Indiana? If he does, it brings a whole new level to the rivalry with Illinois after Chester's bump with Eric Gordon as a player and his exit from the Illinois staff last summer. So let me jump into this first. I'm a Chester Frazier guy. I do think that he should get a shot at being a head coach somewhere. I just don't know if it's like right away coach of West Virginia, right? I think like maybe like some lower level success, maybe mid-major or like I don't know, just not straight to West Virginia's job is kind of where I see that happening. But I do think Chester Frazier could be a good head coach one day. Um, Rating Indiana's new hire, we do have a full video of that up on the channel with our full thoughts. But just quickly, Dion, if you had to give it a letter grade, what are you giving it?
The I hear he's a great guy though comment was crazy. That was crazy. I don't also agree. I don't think Chester gets the West Virginia job. There's a ton of pressure on the AD to get somebody in here. Obviously you had to fire Huggy, then you lose Darian in year one. There's a ton of pressure to get somebody with some track record in for this job, I would say. Um, Interesting to me the way this is going. So I think it's an A plus, given where Indiana's at. I think it's a B minus given where they started. The list that they started with in January, it's a B minus given where they ended up at, where it's like you got the McCaffrey dude, or not McCaffrey. Who's the guy that was going to replace Fran at Iowa potentially?
Oh, wasn't it? Wait, I thought DeVries was going to be the guy to replace, or was it going to be Was it McCollum?
McCollum. Given
Yeah,
you had like McCollum and Brad Brownell at the top of your list, I think it's an A plus hire. Because I think being able to pivot from them to Darian's like a phenomenal, it's phenomenal. But given when you start with like Brad Stevens and them, like yeah, it's a B minus.
yeah. I think that's fair to say. I think he's a good basketball coach, and I don't think y'all had a good basketball coach there before, so call it a win.
Woodson
Um,
disrespect is crazy. That's an NBA Coach of the Year, Mike Woodson.
Listen, Jeff Teague told me Mike Woodson wasn't good, and I believe Jeff Teague. All right.
This
Um,
Teague says a lot of stuff.
Hey, respect Club 520. Honestly, many might say you're the Wells of of this podcast, and I don't know who Greg is. I'm
Does
not
that
beat.
make you? Does that make you Jeff Teague?
I think I'm Teague, and I think
That's
Jeff, and I think Greg is Hen. But for different reasons. Hen's way more wild than Greg, but Greg can be wild too. I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh no, sorry, not last comment. Continental breakfast. First of all, I love continental breakfast. Can I get your thoughts on continental breakfast?
we got to find one in San Antonio.
Yeah, yeah, I'm for sure there. Letting my 8-month-old daughter in my bracket pool by picking pictures of the mascots. How big of a scumbag would I be if I kept her winnings if she ended up winning the money? You wouldn't be a scumbag at all. You'd be a good father.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, steal from your children. War chant. DeVries hire reminds me a little bit of the Underwood hire at the time. Mid-major success to a decent high major for a year to a better program jump. Maybe it could work out for Indiana. At the same time, the Underwood hire at Illinois was underwhelming to some folks. I kind of see where he's going with that. There is a world where that happens. I will say this though, Brad's personality and I think Brad's personality plays a factor into his success at Illinois. And I'm not saying that DeVries maybe doesn't have that, but I do think there is a little different separator in how those guys approach things that makes it different. This is the thing for me. We talked about it on the longer video. You can go watch our full thoughts here. But just to sum up kind of what I said in that, there's other factors outside of just the clipboard right now, right? Like you got to deal with agents, NIL, Bloomington fans, the doctors of the world who are insane beyond belief. Like you have to deal with that while also coaching. There's just so much more that goes into it that you got to have. You also got to have a vision and approach. What's it going to be? Is it going to be like, all transfer portal, a little bit of like, there's a lot of talent in Indiana at the same time from high school level. I don't know. You got to find that happy medium, I guess. So, what do you think about that comp that War Chant made?
Yeah, I actually don't hate it. I think it's a tough comment to really like want to full-heartedly get behind because we now know who Brad Underwood is, right?
Right.
Like if they were hired on the same day, I think it'd be very comparable. But now knowing Underwood's personality, um, I don't know if I like see it, but I guess we haven't had the full opportunity to see Darian's personality as well. Shout out Coach, by the way. It was a fun year.
That, but he's op, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He's an op. Tuck's an op. Tuck is no longer coming, by the way. I'm also out on Mel Tucker just because he shares a name with Tucker DeVries.
What is Mel Tucker up to like nowadays? Is he doing anything?
Like, no, I mean, he got $100 million to go sit at the crib.
Yeah, he's probably kicking it. I
Yeah.
didn't know if like he like found his way to being like some analyst assistant for like I don't know the Titans or something.
Yeah, I've never understood why coaches do that. If you pick me $100 million to be fired, I'm gonna just be fired.
Yeah, I would do. I'd be fired, then I try to like get on a pot, like throw him on Bussing with the Boys or something like that.
That's that would be an insane group of people altogether.
Like you know what I'm saying, a little DEI hire. Who knows? All right. That does it for the Discord comments today. Shout out to the Discord. We appreciate y'all. One of the perks about the Discord is you get your comments read. So join the Discord, support us, support everybody on this channel. But today's episode is brought to you by YouTube Compliance. We are compliant in everything that we do. I wake up compliant, I go to sleep compliant. I stir in the middle of the night compliantly. It's all I know. It's all I do. It's all I love. It's all I want to be forever and ever and forever. Dion, how have you been compliant this week?
Oh man, I go to work every day. I'm there the full time. You
Wait,
know what I mean?
you do that? I thought JK just thinks you take a little siesta in the middle of the day.
My dog JK he was like, yo, when you recording the recaps? I'm like, oh, we'll do those tonight. He's like, oh, good thing you're giving yourself a gap. I'm like, no, brother. Like once Card and I are done, I go straight to work.
Oh man, JK, I love you, man. Never ever ever change. But without further ado, let's get to the episode. Topic number one today. The thing about March Madness is it's fluid, okay? You could ask me 10 minutes from now, I could have a whole different Final Four than I had 10 minutes before, all right? That's why it's called the madness. If you don't like the madness, piss off. This month ain't for you, all right? So, Dion, now that I have you here on this full episode, me and G did our we did our, we filled out a whole bracket, but what I want to do just for you and I want to do your updated Elite Eight and Final Four picks and my updated Elite Eight and Final Four picks. Now, if they are the same as the ones before, I want credit as me being consistent. If they change, once again, shut the hell up. It's madness. We're fluid out here. How many times can I use the word fluid in this episode? It's a good buzzword though. All right, so Dion, let's move to, or let's start with the classic way. We're gonna go top bottom on this one. So starting in the South region, what is your Elite Eight?
I have Auburn, and Michigan State.
Auburn and Michigan State in the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any has that changed any bit or does that you feel good about that?
No, I got Auburn, Michigan State in that one. Do you want me to say my winner too, or wait for the Final Four for that?
Let's wait till the Final Four for that. Let's
Yeah.
go to your Elite Eight first.
Unwavered on that one. I don't see this to me. This bracket's crazy if you're like Michigan, right? Or if you're Iowa State or like Marquette, where it's just like, how did we wind up in this bracket of all brackets? If you're Auburn and Michigan State, you're like, this is the easiest road we possibly could have had.
Okay, I got you. All right, I'm gonna add one caveat to this. I want you to say one team that scares you that could ruin your Elite Eight. Like, what's the one team that could maybe make it to the Elite Eight that wouldn't make your Elite Eight true?
I think A&M can beat Auburn.
Okay.
I think A&M can beat Auburn. I think A&M's playing really well. The brand of basketball they play travels. Auburn's limping into the tournament. If anyone were to do it, I think A&M can beat Auburn. I think Michigan State might have the easiest road to the Elite Eight in the tournament.
Relax, relax. All right, my Elite Eight, starting in the South region. I'm gonna have Michigan State and Auburn as well. I feel pretty good about that for the same reasons you do. I'm not trolling when I say this. I'm scared of North Carolina doing the stupid playing game thing. It's every year. I'm so sick of it. It's like that ACC team that stinks it up. They get in the playing game and they make a run. I have seen this story before. I think Hubert actually might have sold his soul to the Argyle Devils of Chapel Hill. He might make a run. Hubert Davis is 8-2 in the NCAA tournament, by the way.
Yeah, it's because he misses it.
Okay, honestly, why don't we commend that? Don't go there if you're not going to win it.
That is the Michael Jordan mantra. I'm 6-0 in the finals because I just miss it when I'm going to lose.
Yeah, never ever forget that people who consider Michael Jordan to be the greatest basketball player of all time, right? Michael Jordan had to lose to Isaiah Thomas before he started lifting weights. Let's move on to the East. Who do you have in your Elite Eight on that side?
Well, I got to find the East. Got lost.
That's Duke's region.
Okay, I got Duke and BYU. The team that I think could go on a run in this one though is Arizona. Actually, I mean, yeah, if I had to choose a team, it's Arizona. But I don't think anyone breaks up this Final Four. Alabama's obviously the obvious answer, but I think BYU plays a brand of basketball that's going to get to Bama.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna have Duke in there, obviously, and then I'm gonna have BYU as well. Not to go chalky here and go the same thing you did, but we are aligned in that, Mark. I do have a different team that could ruin it for me though, and it would actually be a team that beats BYU in the second game. I think Wisconsin can do it. I think Wisconsin can do it. I like the offense. I like Tanji. I like Blackwell. I like Greg Gard. If there's no one left on this earth to support you, Greg. No, Waddell, I got you, Guardy. Okay. You are guard. I am your bodyguard. And if anyone makes a comment about how much body I have, I literally will smack the shit out you. I love that I can just talk freely and cuss on here. I'm so sorry, Connie, but she's definitely like in grandma mode right now, so she's not listening to the episodes. We're good.
Are we not doing the pizza thing anymore?
What's that?
Remember when you had to eat a pizza every time you cut?
Oh, yeah. So that YouTube commenter like stopped participating, so I stopped eating pizza.
That was one of my all-time favorite bits you guys had, though. I loved it.
I will say this though, when I got that, that was the first time because I had to find a pizza place that was open at like 9 a.m., like some real sicko stuff, right? Um, and I got Pop Romano's. I don't even know if they got that they got that in California?
We had the frozen, I want to say, like if that company like Romano's makes like a frozen pizza, but we don't have like the fresh and ready.
Okay, I got like a thin crust pizza from Pop Romano's, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not even a thin crust guy. That shit slapped. Like I low-key need to run it back because it was damn good. Moving to the west here. So this is Florida's region. Who do you have?
I got Florida, Texas Tech. I think Tech has a decent road. St. John's is like the perfect team for Texas Tech to play against as a two seed. I think they would have struggled against almost any other two seed. Maybe not Bama, but and then Florida's just the best team in the country to me right now. If anyone were to ruin it, been saying it all year. I can't quit Maryland. I just can't not want to root for Maryland. I can't quit them. I call him Derek Jokic now. I did find out Julian Reese wants to be referred to as Juju now, and I don't love that. Just you're trying to
Is
recruit
that
Juju
right?
Watkins to Chicago with your sister, which I get. I get that. But I'm good off. I'm good off the Juju nickname. You're much better as a Julian, I think.
Yeah, I've never been more out. I don't like that. I'm changing where how far I have Maryland going. My side of this for the Elite Eight, I'm gonna have Florida and St. John's. I know it's chalky. A lot of my bracket's chalky this year, and I hate that it is, but I just feel good about these good teams this year. The one team that's ruined that would be Texas Tech for me. I think if Texas Tech is healthy, I would actually pick them over St. John's. I would pick the same one as you. I just don't know if they're fully healthy. So. Lastly, here in the Midwest, Houston's region, who do you have?
Houston in Illinois. I actually just changed
I in
it.
Illinois, huh?
Yeah, I just changed it when we were doing the shorts. I've been saying it all year. Zakai Ziegler is short. I also am short. I know a short guy when I see a short guy. He's not guarding Kasparis. He's not guarding Will Riley. He's not guarding Trey White. He sure isn't guarding my dog Hum Rizzy. You know what I mean? Like someone's gonna have a matchup that they can take advantage of in this game. I think Illinois is gonna be able to run with this one.
Tennessee already beat them boys this year.
Yeah, but like we can run it back though.
Hold on, no, D. I'm gonna throw you. We might need to check what Casparis did in that Tennessee Illinois game. Hold on now.
Yeah, that would be tough if he got locked up. And if he
Yeah,
did, by the way,
hold on. Let me look here. Oh no, Casparis was nice in that game. Actually, okay. Never mind.
that was
He had
pretty much
22.
team.
He had 22, but he was 5 of 15 from the field. He did a lot of his work from the free throw line, and he had 7 turnovers.
Yeah, but Zakai fouled out though. Like, come outside, Zakai.
This guy, you know what? I'll allow it. I'll let it ride on this one. I have Houston, and I have Houston taking on. Mm, I have Houston taking on Kentucky.
Oh,
I have Houston taking on Kentucky. I also have Houston beating Kentucky by 57 once we get to that point. But I have Houston and Kentucky, and I think the one team that can ruin it, I'm gonna go with UCLA because
really?
Mick Cronin ruins things for me. This is personal. So that I'm gonna say the one person to ruin that would be Nick Cronin. I would somehow see Sky Clark in the Elite Eight, which honestly I would personally just love anyway.
I was
Um,
gonna say the team that could ruin it for me is Texas.
Texas is gonna lose tonight.
Yeah, well, if they don't, then I feel so
Oh,
comfortable.
oh,
Like,
okay, got
but
so
but
what ruins it for you is if they win and get there.
yeah, because I don't want to root against Trey Johnson.
Yeah, I get that. Also, did you know that Trey Johnson's actual name is Richard?
I love to root against Trey Johnson.
He doesn't go by Richard. Okay. So back to the top here. We had Auburn, Michigan State. Who do you have advancing to the final? Actually, we'll just go through here. Who do you have advancing to the final four out of all your picks?
So I have Michigan State, Florida, Duke, and Houston. Incredibly chalky in the Final Four.
I have I have Michigan State, I have Florida, I have Houston, and I have Duke. Who do you have in your championship game?
We're just wrong, by the way.
I'm fine with
We gotta
I'm
be.
fine with it. Who's in your championship game?
I have Duke and Florida, and then I got Duke winning.
I have Duke. I'm sorry, I don't have Duke. I have Houston in Florida, and I have Florida winning it all.
Talk to me on Houston beating Duke.
So I just think it's Houston's year. I think it's
Okay.
the year after the year. They could have got there last year, but Jamal Shed like lost his leg,
Mm.
and that kind of hurt them. But I just think this team is amazing defensively. The guards are starting to play better, and they've like just dominated this whole season. People don't want to pay attention to it, but they just have. And if they get Milos Uzan playing at a high level like he is, I'm all the way in. And I can't wait if it happens that Houston Gonzaga matchup. I I'm hitching my life to Houston in that basketball game. Graham Ike come outside, Braden Huff come all the way outside, the point guard, the Canadian, come all the way outside. I want all that smoke with Houston. So sorry for the chalky picks. Don't really care. That is what it is. We are chalky, I guess. I don't know. Live with it. Topic number two today. We are doing the bracket we want to see. All right. Now, we need to separate everything right now. This is not Ken Palm. This is not Evan Mia. This is not your silly little what does this team shoot at the rim or what does this team shoot from three when the altitude or the temperature in the gym is at a certain extent. We don't give a damn about none of that. This is our rooting interest, what we want to see. Whether this team rocks shoes that we like, whether this team shoots a lot of threes and that's all we care about, whether we want to be a proper hater of the other team. This is just based off of teams we want to see, who we want to root for, filling out a bracket just based on rooting interest. Dion, I feel like we're the perfect pair for this, to be honest with you.
I think we're gonna agree with a lot of this, which is gonna benefit us. I was gonna say how many, like, I feel like we each should get like an X number of times we get the pull rank.
So I will give one chance to pull rank per region. So you'll have four chances to pull rank, only one per region. I will allow it.
Okay.
All right, so we'll start in the South as we always do. Is it racist that we always start in the South?
I mean, I think it's racist on the committee's part by putting the South in the top left corner. That way we always start in the South.
Yeah, that's really on them. Shout out to the Mason Gillis line. So we have Auburn versus Alabama State. I mean Auburn.
Yeah, Auburn.
All right, this is gonna be an interesting one. Louisville versus Creighton.
Louisville for me.
I think Louisville too because they could also bomb threes and like that actually might beat Auburn. So let's go with that. Michigan versus UC San Diego. It's Michigan for me.
Yeah, Fat is top three.
All right, that's what we're not. Now,
Fat.
now I want to pull. Actually, I'm using this one to pull rank. I want UC San Diego just based on that comment alone. Texas A&M versus Yale.
A&M.
And I'll go A&M as well. Ole Miss versus North Carolina.
Ole Miss.
I'm gonna say Ole Miss as well. I don't want the Hubert experience. Iowa State versus Lipscomb.
Lipscomb. Lipscomb for me. I think Iowa State is a bad loss destined to happen, and I'd rather just get it out the way early.
Yeah, let's get a little 14-3 madness. Let's go with Lipscomb on this one. Marquette, New Mexico.
No, Marquette, because
I
Cam Jones,
want I want Marquette because Cam Jones.
yeah,
Michigan State and Bryant.
Michigan State,
Let's rock with Michigan State. Back to the top here. We have Auburn taking on Louisville.
Auburn.
Are we positive we don't want Auburn to get Pat? Like, imagine Pat Kelsey beating Auburn to go to the Sweet 16.
I think the problem is I want Chad Baker Mazara Trey Holloman so bad.
Okay, that's very true. All right, Auburn goes on. We have UC San Diego taking on Texas A&M. Texas A&M.
Yeah,
Or do we want more chaos with UC San Diego, make it a Sweet 16?
I think nah, because Wade Taylor versus Auburn could be fun.
Yeah, I
I
kind of
don't
want
know
to.
anything about UC San Diego other than Guy really likes them.
Yeah, I'm out then. Let's go Texas A&M to win that game. All right, we have Ole Miss taking on Lipscomb. I'm going Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, yeah,
We have Marquette on Michigan State.
State,
State once again. At the top here in the Sweet 16, we have Auburn taking on Texas A&M.
Auburn,
So Auburn as well, and then we have Ole Miss taking on Michigan State.
State.
Michigan State. Okay, Michigan State versus Auburn.
I get my get back. I'm pulling rank Auburn. I
Son
get my get
I,
back.
I feel like you played that so correctly by letting that happen. You knew I would. The fat comment threw me off my pivot. Okay, we have Auburn advancing to the Final Four out of the South. Over to the East, Duke versus 16 seed Duke, obviously, right?
Yeah, dude.
Baylor, Mississippi State.
Valdez.
Yeah, I want to see Valdez, so I want to see Baylor in that spot. Oregon versus Liberty.
For me, it's Liberty in this one.
For me, it's Liberty as well. Top five 3-point shooting team. Like, just want to see a team bomb threes. Um, I don't want to see Nate Biddle's hair either. Arizona, Akron,
Arizona,
Arizona, BYU, VCU,
BYU.
BYU, Wisconsin, Montana.
Again,
Montana's best player's name is Money Williams. I want to throw that out there.
then Montana. Honestly, with that Wisconsin Michigan game was so bad. Like the earlier we can get Wisconsin out of here, the better, in my opinion.
Yeah, it would kind of be fun, I think, too, to see like Montana BYU. Just a good old fashioned mountain off. I feel like it'd be great. Let's go. St. Mary's Vanderbilt. St. Mary. Oh. So I'm torn because I'm a hater. Don't want Vanderbilt. But also, Vanderbilt probably plays a more fun style of basketball than St. Mary's. St. Mary's is like slow, you know, 9 a.m. Wisconsin playground AAU level basketball team,
I grew
common
up like
bond for my Michigan high school AAU folks.
I grew up like 10 minutes from Mary's, maybe 20. I wouldn't hate putting Mary's in there, but Vanderbilt's the way like more fun team.
They are the
Also,
way.
like I get why y'all hate Hogard. He's due for a big one,
A big what?
big game.
Of what?
Like, 15 to 17 points.
Oh, basketball? That's crazy work. Also, don't let me I disrespect the comment bond there. Shout out to the Michigan AU basketball scene. St. Mary's is definitely a team that goes by the name of Parallel 45. Dion, let me tell you about this team. It was nothing but Connors and Eric's and jump stops. And this team never turned it over. They played in the UP. They were a scary bunch. They used to whoop my ass all the time. I hated it. Alabama, Robert Morris.
I'm choosing against Bama until you agree.
Yeah, I'll go Bama as well. Back up to the top here. Duke versus Baylor.
Duke,
Duke as well. Liberty versus Arizona.
Liberty,
Liberty as well. Fun run. Uh, BYU taking on Montana.
BYU,
BYU. Vanderbilt taking on Alabama.
Bama, BYU would be fun.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, so let's stay down there. Let's go Bama, BYU.
BYU.
BYU as well. And then we have Duke, Liberty, Fun Run Liberty, Duke, and BYU. Who goes to the Final Four? I would like to make a notion that
What's
it
that?
might be fun for BYU to beat Duke and go to the Final Four.
So I was gonna say BYU. Duke in my like I would never bet on BYU to beat Duke, but if we're going strictly rooting interest, I want BYU in the
We
final.
are we are
Honestly,
we are BYU people. We
they might be our national champions when we're done with this.
that'd be crazy. Also, Mark Pope would have to come outside. Over to the west, we have Florida, Norfolk State, Florida. UConn, Oklahoma. I want to say Oklahoma.
Yeah, Jeremiah Fierce.
Yeah, Jeremiah Fear, special run. Memphis, Colorado State.
Ooh, I'm probably alone in this camp. I actively root for Penny Hardaway.
Yeah, I kind of don't want to see a Mountain West team. I want to see PJ Haggerty and Dane Danger. I'm Memphis. Memphis for me.
But
Maryland Grand Canyon. I'm gonna go
I
Maryland.
yeah, I can't quit Maryland.
Missouri and Drake.
Missouri,
I
anti-DeVries.
know this is personal for you.
Anti-DeVries.
I'm pulling rank here. I want Drake.
That's fine. I'll wait the next round. I'll pull rank to make sure we can't do that again.
Texas Tech, UNC, Wilmington.
Tech.
Tech. Kansas, Arkansas.
This one's tough.
It's
Uh,
Arkansas for me.
yeah, Cal's way more likable than Self.
Yeah. Also, like Cal versus Patino would be scenes in the next round. I'm guessing St. John's over Omaha, correct?
Yeah, St. John's.
Are we sure we don't want Omaha over St. John's? How funny would that be?
It would be hilarious if Nebraska was just way like worse than any other team in their state.
Yeah, that's very, very true. Okay. Florida versus Oklahoma. Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
Memphis versus Maryland. I would like to go Maryland.
Yeah, same. Same.
Drake versus Tech.
Tech.
I'm gonna go Tech. Arkansas taking on St. John's.
Arkansas.
Arkansas, yeah, let's get nasty. Boogie Flan run. Okay. Florida taking on Maryland.
We're doing strictly rooting,
I
right?
kind of want to do that. No, no, my Gators, but my crab five.
If we're doing strictly rooting, it's Maryland for me. I can't quit this tier. I can't.
I'm a Dairy Queen guy before anything too. All right, we'll go Maryland. We'll go Maryland. All right, at the bottom we have Arkansas and Texas Tech.
Arkansas, right?
Yeah, yeah. Arkansas in the Elite Eight taking on Maryland. Who do we have there?
I got Maryland.
I got Maryland going to the Final Four. All right.
I think what I've learned from this is we like some bad teams.
Yeah, but that's fine. This is rooting interest. Houston, SIU Edwardsville, Houston.
Houston.
Gonzaga, Georgia.
Neither. Like, I mean,
I want to pick Georgia to be honest with you.
I think can we do Gonzaga? Because I want to see them get like their doors blown out by Houston.
Yeah, true, true, true. Get them set up to get, but yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Clemson, McNeese.
McNeese.
I'll let you have McNeese because I feel like I want to keep my pulling rank. So I'll let you have McNeese. Purdue and High Point.
Purdue, Braden.
Yeah, Purdue. Illinois versus Xavier.
If it's Xavier, Illinois.
You calling it Xavier is crazy. They're gonna eat you alive for that.
What
It's
is it,
Xavier.
Xavier?
Yeah, dog. I called him Xavier. I think like 2 years ago. There's still somebody that like slides in my DMs every now and then. Is like, how dare you disrespect our school? Well, I
Do,
messed it up one time.
do they know it's spelled with an X, not a Z?
Yes, they do.
Okay, well, as long as they're aware, they can be wrong.
All right. So do you have Illinois advancing?
Yeah, Illinois.
I got Illinois too. Kentucky and Troy.
As a Waffle House dude's hilarious, but Kentucky.
I'll do it. Kentucky. UCLA, Utah State.
I'm gonna let you cook with this one.
I'm gonna go UCLA. I'm gonna go UCLA, and then Tennessee and Wofford.
Tennessee,
I'm gonna go Tennessee as well. Back up to the top here, Houston, Gonzaga.
Houston,
I'm gonna go Houston as well. McNeese and Purdue.
Braden,
Purdue. Illinois, Kentucky.
Illinois.
I'm gonna say Kentucky. I'm pulling rank too. UCLA, Tennessee.
So you said even with all the injuries?
Yeah,
Okay, that's fair. Because if Kentucky's fully healthy, it's a very easy decision for me. But with all the injuries, I feel like I'd rather see Illinois. Tennessee on the bottom one though.
yeah. I'm gonna go Tennessee as well. So then we have Houston and Purdue.
Braden.
And they beat Houston. That would be kind of fun. Yeah, talking that talk too. Let's go
Hmm.
Purdue. This is like a watch. Okay, let's go Purdue there. And then we have Tennessee, Kentucky.
In this spot, I got Kentucky for sure.
I would go Kentucky. So then we have Purdue, Kentucky to go to the Final Four.
I mean, that would be special for the channel if we got that matchup.
Yeah, it would. I want Kentucky because then we get Kentucky BYU in the
Yes.
Final Four.
Yeah.
So our Final Four is Auburn, Maryland, BYU, and Kentucky. So who wins those Who do we have advancing in those matchups?
This is way more chalky than I thought it was going to be, by the way. Like when we got started, I was like, we got some bad teams around. We just have a bunch of like top four seeds.
Yeah.
Maryland over Auburn for me.
So you want Maryland in the championship game?
From a rooting interest perspective, like Auburn's the way better team, but like Maryland,
A Maryland championship game, bro. Okay, we got Maryland on one side, then we have BYU, Kentucky.
BYU.
I'm gonna say BYU too. So we have BYU versus Maryland in our championship game. Who wins the rooting interest, watchability, national title?
BYU.
BYU does it in the first year under Coach Young. He beats Mark Pope along the way. The scenes, the storylines, it'll all be there. That was really fun. I I implore somebody to actually fill out their bracket based on that and just see how you do. Let us know, but don't blame us when you lose. Third topic today, I want to discuss the top 10 players to watch in this NCAA tournament run. Look, there's a lot of different ways we go with this, Dion. I feel like we are on the same page as far as like top 10 players that we do want to see kind of maybe make a run, have a good NCAA tournament, have a long run. But what I want to do is I want to find out if we can get a collective 10 players that, the top 10 players to watch in this NCAA tournament. Um, so where do we want to start as far as who is number one? Because I think it's an easy choice.
Can I get an honorable mention of Javon Small?
Javon Small should be on this list. Actually, could I quick 10 seconds moment of silence for Javon Small? Thank you. He should be here. He should be here. He got robbed. Free him. Don't free DeVries. Uh, I think that number one should be Cooper Flag.
Oh yeah.
I think he's National Player of the Year. I think he's gonna have a dominant run for Duke. I think that is the easy first choice for number one as far as the top 10 players in the tournament. Number two, I feel like you got to go Janai Broom. You know what I'm saying? You got to go with the two unanimous first team All Americans. Get those guys out of the way. Those are the guys battling for National Player of the Year. That's easily the top two.
Yeah.
Now I'm listening to arguments. I'm listening to arguments on where else we go with this. Because you have the other first team All Americans who could possibly be on this list. You have Walter Clayton, you have Braden Smith on that list, and then who am I missing? Who's the other person that would? Oh, Mark Sears was on the first team All American as well. So where do you want to go for the third player on this list?
I want to go Casparis.
God damn it, Dion.
I want to go Casparis because Illinois has a great draw for themselves, and Casparis is objectively a really fun player. If they go on a run, Casparis is going to go crazy.
So Mr. Great Lakes NABC first team is
That award is
is
nuts.
is the third best player in the
Well,
NCAA tournament.
I thought it was players to watch, or are we doing like the top 10 best?
Okay, you're right. Is this okay? I want to make this. I want to tailor this because best is easy. We just picked All
Yeah,
Americans.
for
This is
sure.
to watch.
Yeah,
All right, I'll allow. Okay, I'll allow that. So one we have Flag, right? Two we have Broom, and three we have Kasparis. Okay, if that's gonna be it, then I'm gonna demand four and five. Can I do that?
is one of them Jace at least?
No.
Okay, who you got 4 and 5?
Four is Derek Queen,
Okay.
and five is Walter Clayton. I'm not letting him fall anymore.
Can 6 be Jace?
Only if seven is Cam Jones.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Okay, so six is Jace Richardson, seven Cam Jones. We have three more spots left on this list.
Aiden Matheny,
I'm sorry. Hmm?
Liberty's point guard.
Oh, I thought you were saying Aiden Mahaney. I'm like,
No,
what?
Caden Matheny. He's about to go stupid against Oregon.
All right. You know what? I'm fine with that. He's gonna take Jackson Shellstad's chain. We're gonna go Matheny at that spot. We have two more spots left here. I mean, throwing some options out there, like you have Mark Sears, you have Braden Smith that we haven't said yet. Um, I mean, you could be sneaky, say like RJ Davis. There's who else is on this list?
I mean, Chad Baker Mazar probably has to be on there somewhere. If we're just doing players to watch, it doesn't necessarily need to be production, but like he's going to be entertaining.
9 is Chad Baker Mazzara. All right. And then at the 10 spot, who we want here at the 10 spot?
I got a couple names I'll throw at you. I think Sean Padula is one of them. Wade Taylor's one of them. And JT Toppin.
JT Toppin's a good one. This list needs a white boy. We're going Sean Padula. We miss you, Greg.
We got Caden Matheny,
He's white.
I think.
Hold on now.
Let me confirm.
Going to the board here.
You know he is. Oh, he's also from Morgantown. Hold on, hey. Does he have
We're
another year of
tampering.
eligibility? No, he doesn't. That's tough. That's tough.
Wait, he is actually nah, man, you gotta find a way.
Yeah. Did he if he played at a JUCO or something, like we got to get him another year.
Okay, hold on. Wait a goddamn second here, Dion. This dude averages 13?
Yeah, well, he shoots 40% from three though.
Okay, that's nasty, but that's what we're shaking ass for right here on the top 10 list?
When he starts launching logo threes and we're like that 18 points he tossed up was electric, just remember it.
What about Talon Peter?
He doesn't start.
Okay, this dude only plays 22 minutes and he leads the team in scoring. So what's Liberty doing as a unit here? Also, Talon Peter looks like Spencer Rattler, but we'll figure that out. Okay, so our top 10 lists of players that you want to watch, the watchability players of here, according to us. Cooper Flag, 1. Janai Broom, 2. Kasparis Yakashona, Step Back Yak, 3. Derek Queen, 4. Walter Clayton, 5. Jace Richardson, 6. Cam Jones, 7. Caden Matheny, 8. Chad Baker Mazzara, 9. Sean Padula, 10. An honorable mention, Javon Small.
I think people just got to look into how my brain works. I went from mid-major, like white point guard to Chad Baker Mazar very quickly.
Who's the coach of this?
It's got to be Bruce Pearl. It's got to be.
Yeah, it's got to be Bruce. Shout out to Bruce Pearl, man. We're gonna go Bruce Pearl as our coach there. That was fun. I enjoyed that. One big thing presented by being compliant, Dion.
Loyalty. Not a lot of people have it nowadays. A lot of people show up in your life for less than a year. Run at the first chance of opportunity that they receive. What I'm letting people know, specifically the West Virginia athletic director, we don't want those people back when it doesn't work out. You know what I mean? Once they leave you, you leave them too. Allow them to not have any loyalty in their life. It'll come back around at one point. Keep doing you. Be the loyal person you are, and hire Will Wade.
Maybach Willie coming.
Payback Lily.
Maybach Willie's on the way. My one big thing today is as I enter my 32nd year of life, I had decided to make a motion to purchase like my first true dad shoe, right?
Okay.
Like I don't own a pair of Hokas. I don't own a pair of like whatever other running shoes you guys can think of or like walking shoes. I enjoy a good walk. I do. I need a good walk every now and then. As I get into my older years as well, I do like a couple men's league or hoop runs every now and then. Body's broken down for 4 days after. I'm popping ibuprofen like I'm a pill popping animal. But it's time for me to purchase a new pair of shoes, and I would like suggestions. I'm currently leaning towards getting, I think they're called On Clouds, is what they're called. I see a lot of people giving those a lot of love. I think I'm leaning towards going that way. But if you think I should maybe get a pair of Hokas or you have another suggestion on what I might get, as long as they're not Skechers, I will listen. Dion, do you have any suggestions?
I don't. I don't do dad shoes well. I also don't do comfortability. I hoop in the Mambasitas which with all due respect are not comfortable, but it's out of respect and the shoes fire. So I'm not a comfortability guy. I'm out there for looks. And if it happens to where it works out to where I play well and I'm comfortable, that's great. If not, everyone's gonna remember what I got on.
Just truly generational. We will catch y'all tomorrow.